Good evening, everyone. We are here for the Mentor Tournament Swiss Week 5. We're going to be watching FuriousPrince97 race off against Nugz. Furious Prince will be mentored by Pix, while Nugz will be mentored by homemadebeer. I am joined by my co-commentator Nira Lightshine. We have NiobiumNarwhal on tracking and Bread-kun on restream. How's it going, Nira?
I'm doing well tonight. I am excited to call another mentor tournament race. I myself am in this tournament as a mentee, so shout out to all of our mentors that are helping all of us get better at this game.
Yeah, and I was in the tournament last year as a mentee, and now I've joined the mentor ranks. And it looks like we're about to get started. I can see them dancing away on the menu screen here as we're going to be kicking off. Why don't you tell us the mode that we're going to be running this week, Nira?
We are going to be running open randomized swords, meaning that the entire world will be open to us to start with, but that we have no idea what will be on Uncle. Uncle could have just a green ruby on it.
We will see what we get to start with as our runners are starting off, and they are both going to start at Link's house, and they will get a green Mountain Dew for their start here. Instant map check. And we have a red pendant Tower of Hera, and then just normal crystals at Eastern and Desert.
Yep, always nice to see more crystals than pendants in Delight World.
Both runners are going to be doing the Uncle start. They opted not to pick up the sign to kill one of the guards to get the tree pulls, so they're just making a mad dash for Uncle. And the other chest, 5 rupees on Uncle, and at the chest we got the Moon Pearl. Interesting.
That is a very nice pickup this early. That gives us one of our 3 items needed for Dark World. Does not eliminate Aga from the table though. All that, like, we could get those Dark World items and still need something on the thing on the Lumberjack ledge.
Alright, just 20 bucks inside the sanctuary, so not a lot of money to start out with. And our runners will probably make their way to the Lost Woods and continue picking up a few items and hopefully get a little bit more cash so that they can buy some bombs if they don't pick up anything.
Yeah. They're both picking up the sign though. So always possible to get bombs off the tree pole if there isn't something on bush crab.
Alright, only hearts. And they're both picking up that full mana, can't say I blame them. Oh, and Furious Prince accidentally kills the bush crab, which also had more mana, so both of our runners are now also going to check the Lumberjack prize for defeating Aga 1. It's just a piece of heart from the little sliver that I could see. And we'll just move on to the woods.
Yep, meaning Aga is not likely going to be required for that.
Well, you say that now, but you never know what you might end up needing. As we see Nugz making the kill there, okay.
That is very true. I had a 9-heart green male Aga Ganon fight for my first race in this tournament. And there were 3 bombs in the mushroom check.
Oh, we'll want those to start the race. That way we can use them inside Kakariko Village. That way there's 3 bomb checks there, and now we don't have to worry about spending money just to have those checks done. Hopefully the runners are going to get some more bombs.
Yep, and just 10 arrows on the drop-down ledge. I am loving the Vegeta sprite, though, that Furious Prince has. Oh, there was bombs on the tree pole.
Yeah, there was on a different tier of tree pole, there ended up being more bombs. Depending on if you take damage or you kill a number of enemies, you get to upgrade your prize pack.
Yep, and getting those extra bombs could be a big thing too, because not likely, but blind Kakariko could not have bombs at all. But it
Well,
did.
you say that, and then there's bombs immediately. You can almost almost always count on getting bombs somewhere in Kakariko. It just kind of stinks. Generally, my MO is to check the waterfall if there's no bombs, and see there's even more bombs inside of Blind's hut. So our runners are going to be set for bombs for the opening. Even if they have to do a bomb mini Moldorm kill in a little bit to get the 5 chests there, but we'll see if we can get a weapon before then.
Oh yeah, and I feel like bomb mini Moldorm is probably one of the more difficult things you have to learn.
Starting out for sure, but our runners get their first sword inside the well, so we won't have to worry about that anymore. But yeah, definitely it's something worth practicing. I did that pretty fairly early on because a number of my early seeds were forcing me to do that, so our runners are now really loaded up with bombs now.
Yeah, I will tend to actually use bombs with just 20 rubies on the bottle vendor, but I'll tend to use bombs and mini Moldorm just to keep fresh on the ability to do it.
It can also be a quick way to quickly kill the Moldorms if you can get the toss right. As we are continuing our way through Kakariko.
Yep, and since we got a bottle, we are going to be able to check Sick Kid too.
And let's see what Sick Kid has. They have 3 more bombs, so it's an explosive start, but not a whole lot of progression outside of that pearl, which doesn't really help us quite yet.
Yeah, well, them finding an early sword is definitely helpful.
For sure. But probably what our runners will do next after finishing the play here at the library and race game is go to the South Shore and continue in Sphere 1.
So do you think they'll do a blind check, or do you think... Oh, there's the cape in Library Ledge.
That could be potentially useful, but we'll see if that's ended up needed.
I like FuriousPrince's play here. Wise choice, not going to go pick up those 50 rubies. That could also come back to bite him if he's like 10 rubies short on Zora.
At this point, though, I would say that the 50 rupees, since we're only at 100 rupees, is probably not going to be the difference between anything for now. But what Nugz ended up doing was a blind grab of the 50 rupees there. They did not do it before that.
Oh. And it's just a piece of heart inside of the dam. Looks like we're going to get some route divergence. Nugz is going to Eastern. Larry's just checking Hylia Island. And 20 rubies on the island. Yep,
well, this is a little interesting. I mean, our runners could just end up crossing paths, because if you don't really get anything inside of the South Shore area, it's generally... I would usually typically go to at least see Saha. But we'll see what we get here.
We'll also get to find out where the green pendant is if he checks. Canev's Burma.
Oh, that's an unfortunate death by Pix. I'm sorry. FuriousPrince inside of the mini Moldorm cave.
Oh, that hurts.
Yeah, they're gonna have to go for a rematch inside there to collect the prizes. You're pretty committed to checking those. But we're gonna see Nugz immediately book it to Eastern Palace. So this could help them a lot, or they could be really setting themselves up for failure.
Yeah, I personally, I kind of like this play on Nugz's part, but Eastern has never seems to have anything.
All you gotta do is just go where the progression is, and you're fine. Alright, we're gonna see Furious Prince go collect his 5 items inside Mini Muldorm Cave, getting nothing but trash so far, but there is a glove.
And he just got full. And there's, oh wow.
Oh my goodness.
Eastern is completable if he's comfortable with dark rooms.
A French vanilla bow, while also finding, while at the same time a glove. That is, very interesting. So we're gonna have to see what Nugz is comfortable doing. This is the mentor tournament, so our runners are in the process of learning to become better players at this game. So depending what our runners are comfortable with learning at this point in their rando running career will affect their choices. So it'll be interesting to see what Nugz will end up doing, because this is a crystal dungeon, and yeah, if you're able to beat this dungeon out of logic, it is a crystal that is completable.
And Furious
There's a lantern inside Ice Rod Cave that I bet Nugz is gonna want very soon.
Yep. If Prince decides to go to Eastern, he'll be able to full complete Eastern in logic.
So, we will see what Prince will do next. It appears, since they are walking back, they're going to do a fake flipper of some sort, I guess. Otherwise, they are going to be wasting a considerable amount of time walking back up to the eastern area.
Yeah, I think his mentor pointed out that where they could do fake flippers or something. I guess. And what are they doing?
Well, they're setting it up. Meanwhile, we do see, as they complete the fake flipper, we're seeing Nugz inside of the dark front. They are in the key room, trying to get out. Since they have the small key.
Wise choice.
They are low on health, and they are trying to find their way out, and they got it. But now they have to be a little careful, as they are a half a heart and looking for a way out, and they unfortunately take a death.
Yep,
Meanwhile, Furious Prince, out of logic, is going to go to the camper and gets $300. Very nice.
Furious, you just took his life savings.
And we're gonna see Nugz try for a rematch to get through the dark room. He doesn't have to go through the key room, but just has to go in a circle to go check the big key chest. As we're gonna see Furious Prince go probably to the waterfall area. Since they have the pearl, they will be able to check the 2 chests inside the waterfall, despite being a little short for the scam fish.
Yep, but they could find rubies inside of there. So. Prince.
Oh dear, Furious Prince a little stuck on that peg, trying to get through and not get shot by the enemies there, because one shot will send him into a state where it'll be very difficult to recover.
Yeah.
But they got through.
And 20 rubies, and yep, he's got Zora.
Another oh boy, so that was 600 rupees out of logic, so he'll be able to do the Zora check. That rocks.
Yeah, it does. What will suck though is if there's something on Zora Ledge.
Well, I missed it, so I don't know if anything's there or not. So
I couldn't see it either. I don't think he went
I,
over enough to see it.
yeah.
At least on our
Ooh.
streams. Did you see what was on in the vanilla? Oh, it had to be.
It had to be a vanilla. It was a vanilla big key. All right, so let's see what today's life lesson is. It is a piece of heart.
It's a life lesson. And there's another piece of heart on the big chest.
All right, let's see if Nugz can handle the back here without the lamp. It's a little tricky, and he only has 4 hearts, so
why is
he's going to use the cape to try to kill them both. I think he might have gotten them. It takes a few hits to kill them.
He might have done that to clear out the room.
Yes, there's the strat. You wait for him to move at you, then you get his key, and then you try to get through. We're going to see Prince as well. They're going to go check escape.
Yeah, Nugz is heading back towards the entrance. Wants to get those fairies. Oh!
It does not make it out alive. So I think they're going to try again. I would have to say they're pretty
nope, they're leaving.
Committed. Oh, they're going to leave. Okay.
Maybe they're going to go check to see if Moldorm Cave has something.
Yeah, I mean, the obvious play would be going to South Shore, and if they complete it to Ice Rod Cave, then they will get their lamp and be able to go back to Eastern eventually.
Yeah, I myself, I'm not usually comfortable going into Eastern unless I have the bow already.
I mean, the French vanilla bow is pretty rough, but what the runners have available to them at this point, they don't really have a lot, so it's defensible at some point.
Yeah, and just 100 rubies on the boomerang chest.
Meanwhile, we're going to see Furious Prince go attack the Zelda Cell Key Guard boss, mini boss here. There are several ways to take care of them. You can throw pots at them. It looks like they're going to go with the 2-pot strategy.
Nugz is
Although the green guard is giving them fits. They're going to just do a spin there. All right, so a second pot. Oh, they're really memeing. They're going to Agina. That's funny.
They do not want to go towards Mini Moldorm Cave, apparently.
Yeah, I think they feel like because they lost a lot of time in Eastern, they feel as though they should go check out something that gives them an out, which would be a rough check here. So, and there's the boots there. That's really huge. That would give them Aga access by bonking the cape. So that is a choice they could make.
Yep.
It appears that they might be doing that after Bonk Rocks.
I didn't even think about that Aga could still be in play. There's half magic, though, in the back of Escape.
A nice thing to have, but not completely necessary.
And there's the silver arrows.
Oh my gosh, that is that's an interesting pickup.
Yeah, I need to stop questioning Nugz on everything he does, apparently. This has been a really well done play on his part. Furious Prince has been doing really well too, though.
Yeah, they're about finished here with the escape sequence, and unfortunately not really getting a lot further efforts there, but they're going to be forced to go to Eastern now to get their bow and Well, no, they don't have their bow, and they have. Oh, they do have the lamp. So I'm mixing the runners up already. Goodness. So yeah, he's gonna be going to Eastern, gonna get his bow, be able to beat the dungeon, and then he'll have to go to Agina to get the boots. He'll be last locationing them now.
Yep. Looks like he got his power glove, and now he's probably going to go get his lamp.
Yep, that's the plan there, and
You think he'll do? You think he'll do water walk?
he might. Since they have the pearl, they would be able to trigger that from Ice Rod Cave and dash down, and then they could get. Since we know that there's 600 rupees waiting for them, they will be able to complete all the checks. The mountain is also open to a slight degree, as chat is pointing out. You'll be able to go up to save the old man and check Spectacle Rock, and that's about it at this point. So you could do that as well. We are going to see the water walk from Nugz. Speaking of our runners, as they're retracing each other's steps, you can give them a follow as well as their mentors a follow. They are as so kind to be putting on a show for us tonight. I hope y'all are enjoying them. They're good people. I've raced against Pix previously in last year's mentor tournament, and homemadebeer. You might have heard some news about one heck of a meme tournament that has dropped. Called the Avian Tournament with all sorts of wacky modes.
And it was just a piece of heart on Zora Ledge. What is the Avian Tournament? Like, what kind of modes
Well, there are going to be 5 terrifyingly hard modes. Very wacky. You have a pottery lottery mode. You have an inverted inverted cross keys ludicrous speed mode. You can check out their Discord. Oh, and Nugz got shot, so he lost his water walk and was in the deep water and couldn't get out.
Nah, he ran into that rock in the middle of the water.
Oh, okay. It was one of those two things. If you get shot or bonk, yeah, you lose your thing. So now Zora just simply can't exist for Nugz anymore at this point. You gotta just last location that.
Which could do that with Catfish. He also is going to find out there's going to be nothing back here.
Yeah, but there's 3 checks back here, so it's a defensible play.
Yep, there's his half magic.
So we're gonna be seeing let's see what Nugz does next. They could get their revenge. Oh, no, they got their boots, so they're gonna go check Bonk Rocks to. Oh no, they already did that already. I'm sorry. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. So they will climb the mountain.
Or yeah, he's just going the long way around.
Okay. So we'll see what the mountain has. Otherwise, we'll find out very soon if it's an Aga seed based on the cape sitting over on the library ledge.
Yep. As long as they can't find the hammer or the Titan's mitts, Aga is not off the table yet.
Yeah, I mean, well, there's not too many checks left. It's just the 3 checks here.
There was something I think on Armos Nights too.
Alright, let's see what the old man has as a prize. It is the Titan's Mitts, alright? That's Dark World access. You don't have to do Aga.
Still need a hookshot or the hammer for full Dark World.
Yeah, but you can go above Kakariko Village and collect your Dark World access that way. So we are going to see them check King's Tomb first.
Wise choice.
And yeah, you might as well. I wonder if they're going to be interested in picking up that cape. There's a whole heart container inside of King's Tomb. I wonder if they're going to be interested in getting that cape because they would be able to then be able to do the check for the cape ledge.
Honestly, like, this is just me talking. I would not wish an Aga seed on anyone. I've had enough of those lately.
Very true. There is the slight possibility for the the necessity, because we don't have the hammer yet. So
no, I'm sorry. I'm forgetting the cape was on the library ledge.
You know, as we see our Dark World checks, we got red crystals at Pod and Meyer. Thieves Town is the green pendant, and Ice Palace is the other trash pendant. So, still gonna need a pendant to get into TR. We're gonna see Nugz book it to do a quick Skullwoods play to collect an item maybe or two.
Yep.
Have a nice kill for Furious Prince. They will probably climb the mountain.
Yep.
And collect their gloves.
Yep.
Now, an interesting to keep an eye on for going forward as we see Nugz get a book is that the boots are at Agina and Nugz has them.
Yep, and Desert is completable. And Desert is a crystal.
Yeah, so it becomes a question of when does Furious Prince make that play, although they have to get the book first out of Skullwoods. So Nugz is going to be a bit of an advantage here, being able to dash, and it might be some time before Furious Prince gets those boots.
Just 20 rubies on the bumper ledge.
Now, will we see Furious Prince continue to climb, or will they bail? They are gonna continue climbing, although I would probably have healed.
Yeah.
Because there's the tag.
Not too much of a time loss, but that is a time loss right there.
Yep, you lose a few seconds by dying. We're gonna see them try it again.
I would have still healed just for that extra heart. Is that blue mail?
That is blue mail at C-shaped house. Handy for going into the Dark World here, as they're going to go into Thieves Town soon. Given that you have an auto win button against Blind with that Cane of Burna, no sense in putting this play off, as they're just going to clear out Vu first like most people do so that they don't forget.
Yep, and not to mention with half magic, they essentially can be using that Cane of Burma without stopping.
Alright, let's see what Furious Prince does next. Oh wow, red mail, 2 males inside of Village of Outcasts, along with a middle finger from the other chest prize inside the pool there, and they're gonna go straight into Thieves Town.
There's Ether.
That's medallion number 1. We do need at least one of them.
Yep. Always better to have all 3 of them if you can help it.
Because Thieves Town is a pendant, it's generally, you kind of consider the front 4 of Thieves to be like part of the Dark World overworld. So I'd see them just checking the front 4 and then dying out and moving on.
Or mirroring if they find the mirror in these first 4. Would you recommend doing the mirror? There's the flipper.
Ooh, the flips. Wow. That's a nice pickup. But it looks like they're going to continue on and... Oh no, they are going to kill themselves to get out. I thought they were going to move on and do the back as well, but they chose not to. That was wise. So both of our runners are gonna have, as it takes a little bit of time on red mail to die now.
Yep. Furious Prince is gonna find those 3 items now too, which having 3 items on the back and the front of a Thieves Town is always nice, especially in
Yeah. So you wouldn't really continue on. It does look like they're gonna go make the South Dark World play, and I wonder if they're gonna go back to rescue the Smith, or if they're gonna continue on towards the Hype Cave. But first, they're gonna do some digging. Just some bombs, and now let's see what choice they make going forward from here. They will go towards Hype Cave. Okay.
Checking Stumpy, of course. Just more bombs.
Alright, we're off to Hype Cave as Furious Prince is done with their Thieves Town play. And let's see what we get at Hype.
Yep, Nugz going the proper routing for what he's doing right now. I had never, before this Mentor tournament, I had never even thought about lifting that rock to go to Hype Cave.
Alright, we got 20 rupees so far. We get some bombs. We get 20 more rupees. We get a piece of heart and 5 rupees. That was a nice, terrible -4 out of 10 hype.
You're being too nice. That's -10 out of 10.
We're gonna see Nugz start back in the light world. I think they're probably gonna book it to desert, as that is a completable crystal, and they'll be able to collect another chest. I mean, another crystal, rather.
So you think he's gonna put off Eastern until he can do Pod?
At this point, yeah, because there's not really anything there for you. It would be kind of a bit of a time loss.
Yep, it's just the compass on Ormos Knights.
Yeah, if they were counting their items, as we see bombs just sitting on the desert ledge, then, you know, if they were counting their items, they knew they counted to 3, they know nothing's there for them, so there's nothing for them, they can put that off for quite some time.
Yep, and since Pod is a crystal dungeon and it's one of the 5-6, might as well.
Yeah, I mean, you just have to hope for a hammer. Otherwise, we may end up having to do Aga after all, unless they get taught how to do the Kern jump.
Well, can't they swim across?
Oh, yeah, that's right. They have the flips at this point. I forgot.
And Nugz checking the middle chest and seeing just a compass. And the big key is on the torch, which means the small key is on the big chest.
Oh, a little careless there. They got caught in a little quicksand. You gotta watch where you're standing in some of these rooms here in desert.
Furious Prince going to be visiting his not hype cave.
The Disappointment Cave, as it were, as we're gonna now see, you know, Nugz kind of ahead in terms of what's been checked, by virtue of that boots pickup. You know, they kind of did a meme play by going to Agina so early. I don't typically see that too often, but it surely paid out this time.
What is Furious doing?
They appear to be... Well, they don't have any access into... Well, if they go to ice, they can't enter it because they don't have a fire rod or the Bombos medallion. Oh, they're going up to the pod area. Okay.
Oh, okay, yeah. Makes sense, since they have the flippers, and it's the only way around up there without going through the Village of Outcasts.
So we're gonna see those check there. And hey, who knows, maybe the hammer is just sitting inside of pod. That would be very classic.
That or it's gonna be on the land mollusk. I think something they'll need to progress will be on land mollusk, though.
Perhaps. Pod, though, does have quite a few chests to check, so there's good possibility that we might find something there. I would be a little surprised. You know, we're gonna start running out of things to do soon if we don't get anything.
Pod is completable up to El Helmasaur, that's for sure, though.
Yup, when you have full access through pod, it definitely becomes attractive to check at some point. Especially because they have not picked up Furious Prince has not picked up their book yet.
Yeah.
We're gonna see Nugz doing a very nice one cycle, very nicely done on that landmo kill. And there's the hook shot. Oh baby, now we're talking.
I called it. I said there would be something on Landmall.
So far, a shield in at the front basement of pod. All right, that hook definitely helps. You can go to the mountain and check all of the mountain now.
They can't check. They can't check Floating Island yet.
Well, aside from that, but I mean, you have all of East Death Mountain, then you have Dark Death Mountain aside from the floating island. That is a ton of checks, and you're gonna want to scope that out ASAP because chances are we're gonna see something here. I mean, that is, I think, like about 10% of all the checks in the game. We're talking right there.
Yeah. Also, Aga is officially dead because.
Oh yeah.
Because of having the flippers and the hook shot, they have a way to get the pyramid ledge now. So even if the hammer's there, that Aga's dead. We don't need him for it anymore.
Indeed. Yep, we're gonna see now Nugz go through to East Death Mountain, while Furious Prince picks up a key on the Bowlock side, and let's see what our second chest is. It is another key. And with no mirror, the best way back to the front is probably to die on that spike since they're on red mail.
Yep. Yeah, it looks
important
like
Nugz it's important. Sorry.
Nugz went up instead by accident at first instead of going into Paradox Cave.
Got a little excited to go to the Dark World. Ooh, there's Bombos, so that now gives access to particularly gnarly Ice Palace, but an Ice Palace nonetheless. But we're still here on the mountain. We got lots of things to check. Hopefully we're gonna get a sword. We're gonna get the hammer so that we can actually finish Ice Palace. Things like that. I mean, ideally would even have the cane so you could do Icebreaker for the Ice Palace. There's the Master Sword. Called it.
Yes, and again, thank you to our mentors for everything you guys have taught us mentees this year. My mentors have managed to teach me how to do Icebreaker, Harapot, and Diver Down. To the point that I can actually do them blindfolded almost.
Good. And hey, if you want to learn how to play the game, check out the website that I just put into chat. We have the Go Mode podcast, where you can listen to learn through the past episodes how to play the game. They go through the entire game. And, you know, while you're doing all that, you can go to the Discord, and there's a full-on channel called Learning, where even though the mentor tournament's already underway, if you're interested in learning how to play, just pop into that channel in the Discord, and I promise you someone is more than willing to help you out in there to teach you how to play. We're gonna see... The flute was in pod, by the way. So that's an interesting pickup for Furious Prince.
Yep, and going back to what Josh said, or I can't speak, what Josh said, we also would do almost daily races too. So, like, sometimes the best way to learn is by doing it.
Alright, we're gonna see Furious Prince continue in pod while Nugz is going to enter the Dark World with no mirror and no hammer. They have to go through the lower portal and then go through Super Bunny Cave. And there's a little learning for key logic here in pod. If you have 2 keys left and you only have Harmless Hellway and the maze to open, the Harmless Hellway will have a key in it and you don't need to go in there. As you saw, that was a key for a key.
Yeah, that's... I think that's
just a little knowledge drop right there, you know, just a quick one there. Gonna continue to see this Dark Death Mountain play, picking up the Tempered. There you go.
Very nice.
So it's a question of when will Nugz go to pod. Then they will have definitely a definitive item lead. We're gonna see... Oh dear, we see Furious Prince die inside the maze, and at the same time...
I think that was on purpose.
Well, they didn't... Oh, okay, so they, alright, because they didn't get the big key.
No,
Did
they got the hammer.
Oh, I got the hammer. The hammer was vanilla? Oh, I missed that. Dang. Vanilla hammer. Okay. So our runners both have the pieces of the puzzle that the other needs. So we're gonna see how this divergence changes, because now Furious Prince can defeat God. And I guess he and homemadebeer are having a chat on what to do next. They're gonna start at Link's house, and let's see.
They'll probably go to pod, or no, they can't. Oh, I think they're going.
Oh, interesting. Ice Palace. Okay. All right.
That is not a good play because they can't complete it.
Yeah, that's gonna lose them a little time. Okay, they're gonna check Hylia first. Well, then what?
They never checked Hobo.
Alright, I mean, they could be doing water checks. Chat pointing out clearing South Shore because it's beer. Yeah, the meme route giveth and the meme route taketh away. So if they go into ice, that would certainly hurt them and allow Furious Prince to catch up on some of the things. But Chad also pointing out that it's a pendant and they shouldn't probably do that anyway.
Just because it's a pendant doesn't mean it's not required to finish. You don't want it to be something you have to do to be finished, but well, that's an interesting way to deal with the turtles.
Yeah, Furious Prince is having a little bit of an issue getting their hammer kills on the turtles, so they found another way to dispose of them, and we do see Nugz going inside of Pendant Ice Palace. So that is interesting.
Well, Ice Palace is gonna have to. He's gonna have to go the long way around because they don't got the Cane of Samaria.
This is definitely a play. I mean, I would probably have gone to pod in this situation, just the more items, and it's a crystal, and the way I kind of describe my play is I like to call it optimistic, where things I need are going to be in the crystal dungeons.
Yeah, I like playing that with that mindset too. What is
Furious Prince is finding out that he can't damage the Helmasaur King with the fighter sword either because they can't do spins. But okay, they get it done.
He was out of arrows too.
Just a piece of heart there, but a nice kill nonetheless. Good job. And that's the nice quick kill. Oh no, they didn't get the top one. I see.
That top one
gotta knock.
Dramatic.
Gotta knock him down first. There you go. Okay, they are leaving the pod area on foot. That is Furious Prince. I wonder if they are making their way up to check Catfish at this point, which that's one way to do it.
Which might not be the worst play in the world at this point. Nugz needs to be careful there.
Oh, are they not doing the Ice Palace bomb jump? Okay. So it will take them a bit longer.
Nugz might not be comfortable doing it, not with that low of health.
Okay, we're gonna see the pyramid ledge check. Let's take a look at that. As we see Nugz getting to the good part of Ice Palace.
And on it's just 20 rubies.
Alright, we got a map so far on the goodie side. Oh, they don't have the hammer, so they cannot go any further that direction, so they're going to leave behind those two checks. As we're going to see Furious Prince go up to Catfish. So all Nugz really has to do is go to pod and they're back on track. But they are, as they get just 20 rupees over there, I think that was the second item, they are running out of things.
Actually, I don't even think that they even picked up an item yet.
Well, no, they got a 20 rupee from the Freezor room. Just a red meringue from Catfish. Chat asking where boots were. The boots were at Agina.
Yeah.
And Nugz with the direction of homemade beer meme routed over to Agina immediately and got those boots.
There's the big key.
Yep, as they're gonna be going up in this direction, they have the hook shot, so they can hook shot clip and be able to open the chest. So we'll be able to see what's in there. Either that, or you can do a bomb jump across that floor if you really wanted to, but you don't have to. You can just hook shot, as they're going to demonstrate right there, as we see Furious Prince activate their flute. They can check the mire area with the two chests inside the mire shed. And they can also scout the entrance requirement to that dungeon.
Well, we right now know that ether is required for Turtle Rock.
And it appears they are going to not do what I said, as they opened the portal, but they're going to go to Agina and get the bad news that, unfortunately, the boots were here all this time. And we're seeing Nugz at this point, gonna get their cape at this point. Chat asking who's ahead. It's too difficult to say at this point because runners have items they both need. Nugz needs to basically immediately go to pod, whereas Furious Prince is kind of back on track, but has some dungeon catching up to do.
What is Nugz doing?
They appear to be going to the Dark World, and they may be doing the Smith Chain, or they could continue inside of Skull Woods, even though they don't have the fire rod. But it looks like it might be the Smith Chain, given that they're going south.
Yep, and Furious Prince is going right into Mire Shed. Just 10 arrows and 50 rubies in Mire Shed.
With that play done, they save and quit, and let's take a look at what's next. They are gonna go to... Yes, Nugz is going over to Catfish via this route.
Where was the book at?
Ooh, at this point, as we're gonna see Furious Prince get their silvers. The book was in Skullwoods, according to our lovely tracker, NiobiumNarwhal. And if you want, you can give them a follow, as well as our Restreamer Bread-kun, or Nira, Lightshine, and I as your commentators.
Yo.
And as a quick plug for myself, on Sunday at 4 p.m. Eastern, tune into my Twitch channel, as we will be doing the group reveals for the Casual Boots tournament, which is going to be starting up on the 15th. That's yet more rando content that you can check out that will be featuring some of our runners in this mentor tournament. I'm trying to remember if Furious Prince or Nugz signed up, but I do know several other of our community members inside the mentee class will be joining, so you can tune into that as well.
Yep, that should be fun.
So,
is Casual Boots the entire tournament?
Yep, just a nice, easy, fun, breezy Casual Boots tournament, so it'll be a good time. Stay tuned, and we're gonna see Nugz do their check of the Pyramid Ledge. And they're gonna collect their book as well.
I'm not sure he can do Master Silverless Cannon. I would not wish that on anybody either, though.
54 spins to win.
Yeah.
Fortunately, our runners have half magic and the cape, so that is something that can be done with a little bit of practice.
I'm getting more confident in my Silverless Gain, and also Nugz is going into pod.
Yeah, and that will be the answer for them. And that's going to give them a lot of access to things that they want to do.
Yep, and Furious Prince just picked up the second item in here.
Alright, so that was the book, and I missed the second item. I'm guessing it wasn't really anything important, so...
It was 50 rubies.
Yeah. They're burning their key to leave. Yeah, that's fair. They dropped down, so the hand would not help them.
Nope, and I learned that the hard way.
All of us do at one point or another.
Yep. Once you learn it, you don't tend to unlearn it, that's for sure.
Furious Prince gonna learn their disappointment of just 20 rupees at the Cape check. And they are done in the Dark World and moving on.
Having that cape, though, is really nice, especially for Aghanim. Or not Aghanim. For Ganon.
The thing that's killing them is killing Furious Prince right now, is they have not gone to desert to collect that hookshot off Landmo.
Yeah, that will give them a lot of things.
But it looks like they're gonna go do that now. So they're gonna be on the way too, because then they can go check all of the mountain to get 2 swords and the Bombos medallion.
Yep, we know that Nugz right now has access to opening up Turtle Rock, at least, because Ether is required for Turtle Rock. I didn't catch what was required for Misery Mire, though.
I don't think our runner moved over enough to check that, so we're going to see Nugz continue to retrace Furious Prince's steps as we see they're crisscrossing paths. So in a little bit we'll see the paths converge a bit. Nugz is probably a little bit ahead because then Furious Prince has to go collect as they accidentally hit the Bombos medallion. Wrong bomb.
Fire was Bombos. Okay.
So you can go in there and check your 2 items, even though you don't have the cane to finish it. As they collect their flute.
So, spooky action wouldn't let them complete the dungeon
then? How are you putting the cane block down in the first dark room after the big key?
Okay, I didn't know a spooky action if that made it possible.
No, you need the block there.
Yeah, I am still learning that thing, so I don't know all of its ins and outs.
All good. Chat pointing out that Nugz still has to actually beat Eastern Palace. They're behind on crystals, so actually our runners are a lot closer than I originally posited, so we're gonna have to see. It'll probably shake itself out in a little bit after Furious Prince beats Landmos and goes up to the Dark Death Mountain area. They can also do Tower of Hera at this point, which neither runner has done yet. Mainly because we didn't have any access to the Tower of Hera yet.
Nope.
So the first person to Hera will tell us who might be at a bit of an advantage.
Yeah, and you never want to have to go into Hera if it's appended. But at least they got a small arsenal. And Nugz knowing about the key count knows that he doesn't have to go into Helmasaur way.
Furious Prince doing a little extra violence on the Igor there.
I don't blame him.
Yeah,
Take
it's a habit that takes a little bit of unlearning versus kind of casual play where you murder everything. You know, if you're spending time murdering things, that doesn't mean you're going very fast.
True. There are times where, like, I do want to put the Igor out of my misery, but I don't.
As we see Furious Prince take down that last Landmo, and they get their hook shot as we're gonna see Nugz go take on Helm's King next.
I hate lining that up. Nugz is gonna have an easier time with Helmasaur King too. Having the silvers and tempered sword, this is gonna make it a cakewalk.
Oh yeah.
There's actually very little that could be on the pedestal at this point. I think the fire rod or ice rod are about it. And the cane of Samaria.
Yep, we need both rods and cane to be able to finish this seed.
Technically, mushroom or powder could be on there too, which would be hiding that. Or the shovel.
We'll see. But probably my guess is something is going to be up at Hera.
Oh, I'm in agreement. Oh, yeah, you're right. Nira could be on that pedestal.
Yes, we do need the mirror to be able to go to Mire.
No,
well, I'm sorry, it is to Swamp, rather. Getting my dungeons mixed up, I always do that. I don't know what it is. It's not exactly dyslexia, but
hey,
I'm thinking of a word, but then I say it's a synonym or something like that. Sometimes like that with this game when it comes to the terms. It's kind of funny.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with mispronouncing dungeon names. Nobody's gonna crucify you for that here.
We're gonna see Furious Prince go they didn't go to the Dark World. They're gonna go to Hera first, it appears, which, since they have the hammer, that's smart. And they can also read the book here at this little tablet, and let's see what that gets them.
Piece of heart. Which, at their health with red mail, this is going to be a pretty simple seed.
Yeah, I mean, the red mail makes you nearly invincible to most enemies. It takes a lot of damage to take you down with that.
Yeah, Ganon will deal you a lot of damage, but half magic and silver arrows with the cape basically makes Ganon a cakewalk.
Oh, bug net, only here. Alright, so, are they gonna set up a Hera pot?
Yep, that's what
you can't. And this is gonna be probably the Philly pot. Shoutouts to Philistia for discovering this last year's tournament. And they didn't quite get the line up. And they're gonna do it again.
Oof. Yeah, that's the way I do it, is I put it like that.
I think because of the rupee pickup, they are gonna be out of alignment. And they probably have to go back in. But we'll see if they get it. Oh, they got it there. Very good.
Good job there, Furious Prince. Well,
Oh, interesting. We're seeing Nugz going into the back of Escape, which we know has nothing.
Yep. Why is Furious Prince going up?
Well, I don't think... I think the big key's in the basement, so it didn't matter. They can't open that chest.
Yeah, I know. I was wondering why he went to the big chest part. It would have made more sense to drop down, wouldn't it? I don't know. I'm like, there's probably stuff about it that makes sense.
Alright, 3 hammers smacked, and we will see Trolldorm go down, and they do it first try. Good job there.
And it is the compass. So the second item is on the big chest. Ooh, and
Yeah.
to set up a death via the green guard. Oof.
Yeah, it takes a little time. I know it kind of stinks. We don't have the mirror to just mirror out of places, so they're gonna go to at least the middle. Although I think they did the back.
They did do the back.
All right, now we're gonna go see Furious Prince head to I was gonna say the dark world. I mean, they have the hammer, so they could have gone through the TR portal.
Kane and Meyer cut room? Where's the Meyer cut room?
Chat, that person's pointing out the cutscene room.
Oh, okay. That would be pretty trolly. And
yeah, but depending on, you know, how desperate they are, I mean...
I wouldn't honestly put it past the randomizer, though.
Yeah. Okay, let's kind of think what Nugz will do next. I mean, they can collect their crystal at Eastern Palace, I mean, as kind of a time filler, because they're gonna have to do it at some point.
We're getting a pedestal check.
Oh baby, here we go.
Mirror, 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 mirror. That's what I want to see on the pedestal. And it is...
Just an arrow.
Ow, just a single arrow. Ooh. But Nugz does have new information that Furious Prince doesn't.
Alright, hookshot cave for Furious Prince here. You know, they got their tempered. So now what?
I think Meyer's the play.
I believe that's where Nugz is going, so...
They can complete Swamp. I would actually have gone to Swamp.
How are they getting into Swamp without the mirror, though? That's what tripped me up last time.
Touche. Very touche there.
So we're gonna see Nugz go into the incompletable mire. There's 2 items, and Furious Prince looks like they're headed to Spike Cave, and hoping for a little bit of health before they do it. Oh, they get a troll guard instead.
Now, with half magic, the cape, and the Pegasus boots, they should be able to get it through here still easily.
Oh yeah. And if they had wanted to, they could have used the hook shot to hook on some of the torches, and you can preserve your health a little bit there, and that lets you keep more mana by the end of the run, as they just only get a piece of heart at Spike. Meanwhile, we're seeing Nugz going into Mire, and we're gonna go see what we get here. Just a compass so far.
I think we're going. I think nope. Is Furious going to go into Thieves Town, or is he doing lumber or blacksmith?
I'm trying to remember if they did.
They got the first first 4 checks out of Thieves Town.
They might be completing the smith chain at this point, which could be the answer, given that we're starting to run out of things to do. So you can rescue the smith, you can do hammer pegs.
The chat is right. Ice Palace might have something inside.
I believe Nugz fully checked all 3 items.
Nah, he only got 2.
Oh, right, the hammerlock. So that could be interesting. I don't think they've gotten anything interesting yet in Mire. I don't think they've gotten either item yet.
I didn't see any items be picked up, but what are you doing, Furious?
They're checking Ped first before turning in the smith there. We see Nugz setting up the cutscene chest. And they will learn that a lonely arrow sits there.
Oh, it is such a trolly item. I would rather have had the mirror be there. Big Key is in his vanilla location.
Well, what they'll be able to do now is sweep up the rest of the chests, as they're now remembering, oh yeah, I can't go fight the boss. So now they'll be able to check the lobby chest, the big chest, and then that other chest on the eastern side. So let's see. Heart container, I think that's the first item, seeing as they're continuing onwards. That way they can see if they get the second item, and hopefully it's not on Landmo itself. And they can check the big chest, and that's it. We're gonna see Furious Prince probably...
They still got that one check in the next room.
Okay. Yeah, and then there was a map there. So the item is on Landmo, so this area is now dead.
No, neither. Only Furious Prince has gone into Hera.
We're gonna see Furious Prince continue with the Smith Chain as they do hammer pegs.
There's a single ruby on hammer peg.
It appears Nugz is gonna go to do Hera now.
They have not checked the basement, which had the big key. Big chest has the second item, though.
We're starting to get a little check-starved at this point, so our runners must have missed an item pick-up somewhere, either the Hera basement with the big key to the big chest, unless something is right here on the chest turn-in here to end the smith chain. So let's see what Furious Prince gets. They are gonna get themselves the... just 3 bombs. So there's the third item in Ice Palace that was hammer locked. Then there's Hera basement to the big chest up in Hera. There is the one item in Thieves Town. I am trying to think of what else it could possibly be. It looks like Furious Prince is gonna go to the back of Thieves Town and beat it. You do get the green pendant here, so that is a bonus item. So that could be part of the calculus. Something could be on Sahashlora.
Something would be up the big chest too, though, of Hera.
Right, but like most runners, Nugz has elected to do a Hera pot and will beat the boss first, and then they will have to make a decision. Because they've come here a bit later, they could be more incentivized to check the basement and do the big chest again, because they're running out of checks to do. Ooh, and they get trolled.
At least he didn't go through the center hole, though.
Yeah. Generally, so they're going for sword slashes. If you do 2 spins, you know you get the kill, but they're gonna use the cape to get that final slash in. Nicely done. They're gonna have to collect their dungeon prize and then sort out what they want to do, if they want to do the basement or not. They should. So nothing in that top chest for Furious Prince. And let's see if they go back in. They really should, and they do. Okay, so we're gonna get some information there, as well as we're gonna get some information from Thieves Town basement. So this is kinda... I think we're gonna get the answer in one of these 2 places, so...
Guarantee the final item could be on blind.
Yeah, they haven't gotten the small key yet, so... Let's see. And there's a map there, and you do get blind, so... The small key has locked itself. There is going to be an item on blind.
So why is it that blind can no longer have the small key?
That's the logic that's in place. Nug's having some issues in their basement. They are face tanking the tiles because they failed to get the skip.
They might have done that on purpose, actually.
Oh yeah, death warp. And they're getting the big key, yeah, because that way they can get sent to the front easily. As we're going to see Furious Prince take on Blind. They are in the final phase.
Why is it's not using the cane when you have the cape to do blind?
Yep. And the final item is 50 bucks. So now they're probably going to want to turn in the green pendant because that's kind of the end of their play.
Yep. If the green pendant doesn't have anything, that means Hera did.
Or again, the third item that's hammer-locked inside of Ice Palace could be the thing. So let's see what we get here.
That's very true. I am forgetting about Ice Palace.
Believe me, I think our runners aren't really interested in Ice Palace either, but they're here nonetheless. And the Cane of Samaria is on the second item. Oh boy. So that makes the second item available in Mire.
Yep.
And let's see if what's on the green pendant. Let's see if we get a saving grace for Furious Prince here.
Yeah, there could be something here. It could be Fire Rod. It is just a bottle.
That is unfortunate. So that is gonna give Nugz a bit of an advantage here, as they're gonna go into Mire and finish the dungeon and get the other item. And unfortunately, Furious Prince is going to go into Mire now without that cane, which we know is now on Mire. I mean, I'm sorry, in Hera. That's too bad.
I don't know if Furious Prince could make it back from this.
That's tough to say because Mire is a red pendant, as our lovely Restreamer Bread-kun is pointing out. You can go to check the Pyramid Fairy at this point, and I bet you we're going to see the mirror there. And speaking of Bread-kun, you can give them a follow. They are a fellow 2022 mentee runner. You can follow them, as well as Nira, Lightshine, and NiobiumNarwhal, all 2022, class of 2022 mentees here. Give them a follow. You can, if you'd like, give me a follow. I was a mentee in 2021. I was in the Temper Sword bracket, got to the semifinals. That was a really good learning experience. And, you know, there's a few runners in every class that really turned into stars. Last year, we had Vextifer, Jon Snoo, and Mr. Aaron Snurd, and also TJ Joel. They all made the main tournament this year after being mentees last year, so it'll be interesting to see who from this year's class will make a similar jump in the coming year.
Could be me for all I know.
Hey, get your practice in, you never know what you can accomplish.
I actually kind of shock my mentors with the kind of prepare work I do.
That's great. So we're gonna see Nugz setting up for finishing off to get his red crystal.
Yep, and with this being silvers, this is going to be a very, very fast fight.
Yeah, I just go elite sniper mode and down they all go. Ooh, that was a nice little rail clip for Furious Prince there. That makes getting to this room a little bit easier. That was pretty sweet. I've yet to learn that myself. Kind of on the long list of things that little cute little tech that I need to learn how to do.
I need to drag my mentor by his ear to teach me that one.
Ooh, Nugz has to be a little careful at one heart here. Alright, and they just... Oh no, they got shot. That is tragic. So now they're gonna have to go back through the whole dungeon and do it again.
Yeah, I think everyone's made that mistake with Vitreous, but at least once.
Got a little too cocky and got taken out by a whole video there.
Yeah,
well,
Vitreous a lot of the time, will take a one last pot shot at you.
Well, that was also the end of phase 1, so they still had to do arrow shots.
Yeah.
So, they're gonna just have to do it again, while Furious Prince is about to soon find out that the second item is not gonna be anything that they can get at the moment until they go back up to Hera and get that cane from the big chest.
There's actually very few things that could be on Vitreous. It's got to be either the Fire Rod, Ice Rod, or Mirror, really.
Well, I mean, if there could be nothing and the progression could just be at the pyramid. So, we will see what they get.
Could be Ice, too.
Probably what I would expect is the Fire Rod to be the next progression item. That would let them beat Skullwoods. Also, keep in mind, Nugz still has not done Eastern. So eventually they kind of have to do that, and that will eat into their advantage, as they are low on health yet again. And they're going to have to be very careful. Because they don't have magic powder to heal up with. Ooh, as they take another incidental damage there. Oh, I think they're trying to get health. Yeah, there they get their fairy. There, that's nice pickup from the prize pack.
Honestly, this time around, I would use them. I would use the cape and just do boot strats for the eyes.
Well, with the arrow, okay, they're gonna do the coward kill, as I affectionately call it. You get in there with the cape and you just start hacking away, because if you mash the sword button, your mana drains a lot slower, and you'll be able to take care of the eyeballs. Alright, they get it down, and now just 2 quick arrows will get that done. Just a piece of heart as the second item here, so progression is almost certainly going to be at the Pyramid Fairy. Otherwise, we're really running low on checks.
What is Prince doing? He's already done Zora, I thought.
I think because they forgot, well, I don't think they weren't they the runner that missed the ledge?
Oh, you're right.
As they now figure that out, as we're gonna see Nugz be the first to go check the big bomb. Alright, let's see what's here. And everyone's favorite enemy, the Dead Rock, gets in the way.
Yeah, everyone's favorite.
Oh, you didn't want to get too close to that. Oh no, is that... You gotta reset the big bomb. I think there you go.
Unusual that we don't have the mirror by now.
A little rough. Alright, let's see what it is. We are going to get the mirror! Alright, that's swamp access. and just to be there, and a piece of heart. Okie doke, so good old swamp is now available, and I think the swamp is gonna have our prizes from there.
Something could still be in ice. Nugz getting his blue potion.
And FuriousPrince has figured it out. They are gonna get their cane. At this point, I would have to say they have a significant. They're significantly behind. They have to do clear. They have a Vidi kill to do. But at the same time, what's it called? Nugz still hasn't done Eastern, so they have to do that as well. So we'll see what the time difference is there. As they're gonna... Oh, okay, this makes sense. They're gonna check the mirror check here. They might be doing a little mirror check cleanup before going into Swamp. As there's the Fire Rod. Wow, that's a pickup. Although, I think they kinda beefed the room and they'll need to reset it. There they go. So that Fire Rod... Very interesting, and now they are in an Ice Rod from Go mode. I'd say go beat Swamp, see if you get your Ice Rod in there, and then if not, I think I would just go straight to TR. Oh, they're gonna do Skullwoods too, so they have 3 dungeons they can clear. Oh, they knocked over the peg, so they're not gonna have the lineup be as easily. I can see on FuriousPrince's side.
He almost got it. What does TSS mean?
Alright, we're gonna see a moth kill. Nugz getting corrected by homemadebeer, as they are now gonna go collect that key sitting right there, because otherwise they would not have been able to continue. And FuriousPrince is getting the bad news about the cane there.
Yep.
And at an hour and 31, I have to wonder how they're feeling. So, FuriousPrince should be going to the Mire area, and they are. So they'll get that area cleared out. So in a few minutes, they'll be able to get their mirror and catch up. So I would say that they are about 3.5 to 4 minutes behind at this point. It's not out of reach, but it's going to come down to something like GT routing being a major factor in terms of how this seed can go.
I have seen the makeup, or not makeup, the matchups be decided exactly by what you just said, the GT routing.
Oh yeah, I mean I've seen races here be pretty tight, and I can assure you as you advance and become a better Rando player that your margins of victory seem to keep decreasing as you get better. I lost a race by 3 seconds about 2 weeks ago, for reference. Yep. But we had someone get fanfare sniped in this tournament. We saw that. I think it was like 5 seconds or something like that. So someone got that bitter taste already.
I won my first match by only a 48-second difference, so...
Yeah, that's pretty close too.
What is the record of these two?
Why don't we call that I will take a look. Let's see here on my phone here. Pacers. Oh, right, there's a glitch on the phone app, so I'll have to do it from the computer. Okay.
Usually I ask this at the beginning of the race, not...
Right. So currently Nugz is 0-4. Both of our runners are 0-4 in this tournament. But that's okay. This is a learning tournament first and foremost. And everyone is going to a bracket stage. There are 4 mini brackets labeled by sword. So you have gold sword, tempered sword, master sword, and fighter sword. And there will be a winner of each group of 16.
And the bracket group, the sword group, that's best 2 out of 3 games, right?
I believe each round is a best of 3, yes. We're gonna see Nugz check a few more mirror checks before going into Swamp. That's beer, as some people have referenced in chat, saying that they're in cleanup mode. This is where I say I route a bit more optimistically, where I would have immediately gone to Swamp. As they are doing right now. Because chances are the Ice Rod will be here, or of course it could just be in Turtle Rock for a classic Ice Rod on Laser Bridge sort of situation.
Nah, it'll probably be on Mimic Cave. Where is Nugz going?
They are probably checking Cave 45 before they go into Swamp. As that is another mirror check, because their hope is if they find the Ice Rod, that means they get to go mode Swamp.
Everyone's dream. There's a
shovel. A suspicious shovel is there, though, so probably they will now mirror and turn the shovel in. As we're seeing Furious Prince going to buy their big bomb and get their mirror. And if they elect to go into Swamp immediately, they will be basically tied. And in fact, actually a little bit ahead, because Nugz still has not done Eastern Palace. And the suspicious shovel leads to nothing, just 20 rupees. So all of the divergence, and we are now starting to converge a bit here, depending on what Furious Prince does next. Oh, they're gonna check the tablet too. Okay, they are being extremely thorough. They are nearly hundoing the seed. But the way this is shaped out, how can you blame them?
Can't really at this point.
And just a piece of heart on the other tablet.
And Furious is going to go ahead and go to Swamp. Nugz not far enough over there. Nugz does have something bigger over Furious Prince, though. He's got the Fire Rod.
Very true. The fire rod was what was that fire rod?
It was in checkerboard.
Ah, thank you, yeah. So homemade beer's thoroughness is kind of playing to their advantage. I forgot about the fire rod. You start to take for granted what people have at some point. When the seed is going this long and with no end in sight, because we are still looking for that stupid ice rod. As the first chest in Swamp has nothing. So both of our runners are pretty close in terms of the screen they are inside the dungeon, but Furious Prince has to find that fire rod, and Nugz has to beat Eastern Palace. I'm really excited to interview Homemade Beer to talk about their thought process about as they went through this seed with Nugz.
Yeah.
Because at some points it looked kind of dodgy, but then it started to pay off, you know. Do you keep doubling down on your hundoing of the seed, or when do you start to start cutting corners as you start to feel desperate and behind, given that it is an hour and 39 minutes in, and we are not in go mode yet. Usually I'm starting to sweat if I'm not in go mode by an hour 15 or so in any seed.
I am not yet to that point where I'm sweating at an hour 15. Hour 30, not in go mode, is when I start sweating.
Yeah, by about an hour and 30, I assume my opponent's about to hit the .done button.
Looks like we are going to go straight into the back of Swamp. And we're going to get a diver down.
Alright. Amusingly, this is another tech that I have not learned, but should. I've learned a lot of the stuff, but yeah, like, I think Diver Down's like the most, quote, important tech I haven't learned yet. I just gotta get the button combo down.
Want to work together on that?
Maybe.
Like, I'm getting it pretty consistently now, but I'm a terrible teacher.
I've gotten that down in concept as we see Furious Prince getting through the Diver Down a little bit easier than Nugz. Didn't really get anything for the two chests there, so let's see if there's anything up top. 10 arrows, and then they're going to be on the boss fight.
I don't think he's got it down enough to do it.
Alright, so there you go. And they got it. So the last remaining medallion and the compass are hit theirs. And we are going to see Furious Prince take on good old Argy. And Nugz will be right behind them.
And there goes Argus on Furious Prince's side with a fire shield being dropped. Now at this point, since they are still missing the ice rod, would you recommend them go to the left side?
Yes. You are very desperate for items right now, and that ice rod could be anywhere. You're never coming back here. Hopefully Furious Prince remembers Checkerboard Cave. Otherwise, they're going to be in a bit of a pickle. I mean, I can see Nugz now going to Eastern and beating that. And then I would say for Nugz, they would go immediately to Turtle Rock and hope for the Ice Rod there.
Me, honestly, I would skip left side at this point.
No, you're never coming back here. So the reason why was because we saw at least one dungeon item get picked up that was on the south of the front of Swamp Palace. So that means there is an item on left side, at least one. I didn't catch the other item pickups. There could be 2 items even, but there's definitely an item here. And given how this seed has been, you just got to do it. So both of our runners have been told to do that, and they agreed, so they are doing it. So we're gonna see FuriousPrince set up for a bomb diver down. Honestly, I mean, unless you definitely have the diver down set up really down, and okay, they got it. No, they did not get it. Oh, they did. Okay, they fixed it. At this point, I wouldn't spend time screwing around trying to get tech that you're not totally set on. You know, you just want to get it done, even if it's a little slower to do the puzzle as the game designers intended. Alright, so FuriousPrince will be the first person to the 2 chests, so let's see it. We get the big key. Okay, so we gotta go back to the middle and check the big chest at the end of all this. So, but we'll see what the other item is here. It's a heart container. So, we are going to have to go to the middle and check the big chest.
Yep, it's always possible that Ice Rod is right here in the big chest.
Here we go. Let's see it. Just 20 rupees, and we are barking up the wrong tree.
Looks like we're gonna get a Bombos tablet check here.
Yep, we've checked this on Nugz' side, so we know it's nothing, but this would be the time to do it if you're a FuriousPrince, as they get the bad news. So I would have to speculate Nugz is going to go to Eastern Palace.
Yep, that's exactly where he's going.
And I think FuriousPrince has figured out that they gotta go to Checkerboard Cave to go to get their fire rod, as we're gonna go see Nugz go take on the Armos Knights. And while they do that, I will be right back. I just gotta take care of something for a quick second.
Okay. Yep, so we're getting Eastern Palace checked right now. And there goes the FuriousPrince getting his fire rod. I would think at this point, Turtle Rock would be the play, but Prince would need to still clear Skull Woods at this point. So, he is going to Turtle Rock, though. Or not. He's going to Skull Woods. probably... oh, sorry. He probably remembered that Skullwoods is a crystal. Yeah, but you still need to do Skullwoods because it is a crystal dungeon. And Skullwoods is already... yeah, he's already caught the first 2 items, so all he has to do is go kill some Mothula.
Yeah, both of our runners just have to take care of the boss kill. Yep. And then it will be time to go to TR, I think.
I'm still sticking with my opinion that Ice Rod is going to be an Ice Palace.
Yeah, I mean, it could theoretically be, but I would go with the 5 chests that are available in TR above that.
Oh, I'm in agreement. I'm just saying, as my opinion as the commentator.
Yeah, for being the most awful spot to get that. So, alright. Nugz gets their 6th crystal. We're gonna see Furious Prince get theirs in a little bit. And I would have to say that puts Nugz slightly ahead, although certainly within GT routing. And who knows what other execution we might have to see along the rest of the seed. But I would say in terms of what they gotta do, oh boy, as Furious Prince almost got 1.0'd by the Wallmaster.
Can that thing still grab you?
If you're mid-fall, yup.
Okay. And
a nice quick kill.
Really quick kill on Moth. Blink and you miss it.
Nugz being corrected that the faster way to get to TR, aside from that stupid dead rock being in the way, is to go... oh, they are gonna dead rock. Oh, they can get through, okay. The quicker way is to just go through the hookshot side. And I believe we're gonna now see Furious Prince brush to TR as well, so they are only maybe... oh, they're gonna buy probably some potions first. Okay.
Good choice. This is definitely coming down who can execute stuff faster.
Yep, I'd say that there's about a minute and change apart between the 2 runners, seeing as Nugz is at the top of as they're getting dead rocked and will have to reset. And so now that they're losing a little bit of time here, giving some time back to Furious Prince, but then they get dead rocked too, so okay, sure. And yeah, both of our runners are making that choice to go to TR now. So it's a mountain climb difference for all this time where it comes down to this. And according to our tracker, I believe I see Nugz has not gone into the back of Thieves, which is to their boon.
Yeah, there was nothing in Thieves Town, so he isn't missing anything.
That's a nice dodge, and then both of our runners are missing 1 item in Ice, but I would have to say that Ice Rod should be coming up very shortly here in TR or in the Mimic Cave. There's the Ice Rod, and at 1:52:33, Nugz is in go mode.
And at about 1:53:05 is when Furious Prince will be.
And the Ice Rod hunt is over. Now it is time to hurry up. So Nugz is kind of taking the long route for, since they missed a fire rod shot to hook shot away, and maybe they can still get through the door in time. Let's see. They do, okay. So our runners are just mere screens apart after everything we've been through at an hour and 53:25.
Oh yeah, this is easily anyone's game. They're both equally equipped to the same extent. Furious Prince, though, is not going to have to take the long way around.
No, they did it correctly. So it's really going to come down to the execution here inside of TR and then in GT.
Yeah, with GT, it might not come down to who finds the big key faster. It might come down to who can get through the attic of Ganon's tower the fastest. Furious Prince is going to not go get the magic refill at the entrance.
Looks like Nugz is having a little bit of trouble inside the chain chomp room, so now they are only one screen apart.
Hey, Aku. Ice Rod was in the first check in Turtle Rock.
So now all we gotta do is get the big key. I think they already got it. Was it? I'm trying to remember.
No, they have not.
Uh-oh. So then Nugz is making a critical mistake because they are running away from the big key at Lava Chest.
Yeah, the what was in the roller room was 2 small keys.
Although, interestingly, oh dear, Furious Prince is making the same mistake. Oh, but they're catching it. Oh boy. So Nugz is about to find out some pretty bad news here that they are. Oh no, Akuhush saying that the big key was in the chain chomp room. Okay, thank goodness. Oof.
Oh, okay.
I was about to say, if an error like that costs the race, that just feels terrible. So it appears that Nugz has a 1 key advantage here. If they can get a small key here at in this crystal roller room, then they will be able to skip Laser Bridge entirely, and that would give them an advantage over Furious Prince, and they do. So watch for Furious Prince here. They're going to have to spend extra time to get the key from Laser Bridge that Nugz will not have to do. Oh, but they miss. They can fix this. There they go. Now they fixed it.
Yep, not that bad of a time loss.
No, and they're still ahead, especially because they will not have to do Laser Bridge as they correctly decide to move straight to the boss. I think they have a potion, but they definitely are interested in health, as they will get a little bit. And they're trying to avoid that pokey. And they do.
Yeah, they both got blue potions, so they should be good here.
Looks like Furious Prince got a little bit lost inside the platform maze here, and they're gonna get instructed on how to continue as we see Nugz take on Trinex. 5 shots with the ice rod and fire rod. Oh, they forgot to quick swap before they killed the head, so now they have to wait as they do now, and that meant that the floor got partially frozen there. And they do have to be a bit careful with their health situation because Trinex will take quite a few bites, and they are now down to 1 hit. They can die in 1 hit.
I would swap the cape here.
It appears that they are listening to you.
Stop listening to me! It's creepy.
And they get that kill done, and we'll have to see how long it takes for Furious Prince to get that key. Hopefully they get it right away. Nope, they get the big riot shield.
Which actually makes this a lot easier.
Yep, you can do it, the puzzle as the game intends you. They got bumped by the beetle, and now they're gonna set up this one, and it has the small key.
Okay, it's
Oh, and people are doing numbers game, so get your numbers in very quickly. I will pick number 9.
I'm picking 22.
Going for the old... So let's see. As Nugz enters GT, we will use their routing for the countdown, as Furious Prince is gonna go fight Trinex now.
I've seen it happen, be on 22 before, and I am gonna always pick 22 as my number.
Alright, our first chest is 300 bucks. No thank you. The second check is the heart piece, so that's 2. Torch will be 3 in a second. So they are doing hope left. 3 is a small key, yoink. And 4 will probably be... 4, 5, 6, and 7 will be in the Stalfos room. So we're gonna see now...
Ooh.
Oh boy.
Why not just...
They are opting to use their potions, Furious Prince, instead of using the cape. So that is a little bit of a resource question potential for GT. As they burn both of their potions, the green to do laser bridge, and then the blue to not die to Trinex. Nothing but keys for through 7 here. 8 will be... As they are going to continue by going full left here, they're going to go to the twin fire bar room. Oh boy, they're having a little trouble with the stupid spike. I generally go down the right side. It's easier for me. But okay. Check number 8.
And it is the green potion.
Well, that gives Furious Prince, if they go that way, at least an item. And we'll see what route they end up doing. So they're gonna go to the Hope Room as well. Oops, I think they have messed up the room.
Bit excited there.
Alright, and now we're gonna go to the hookshot room for check number 9. This is my stop on the bus. Let's see if it's here.
And it is the small
No.
cube.
Alright, 9, and now we're gonna be going to Rando room for 10, 11, 12, and 13.
He almost went through that portal.
Yeah, that would be unfortunate, because that's a one-way trip.
Yeah, especially
You
if
would
it's
have...
here.
you would have to go back from the start to be able to get there. As we get a butter sword, and then at 12 is the lucky number. And Nugz says, goodbye, see you later. I am going to be climbing the tower now.
Yep, and it looks like Furious Prince is going down the same route.
Congrats to Sawyer for nailing it. With an exact 12.
I don't think that's going to be close enough. Oh, it is.
Alright, we see Nugz manipulating our two enemies there, trying to not get hit. And he gets one of them. And he gets the second one. Okay. We're moving on to the next test room. Now in here you can grab the wall and be able to manipulate them again. But he gets through, and we're gonna continue the gauntlet climb. We gotta hit the crystal switch. And soon we'll get to our first mini-boss. Oh, and interesting, the chest right next to the big key had a butter sword, and Furious Prince does not pick it up.
Ooh.
And we're gonna see Nugz take the refill room.
You know, part of me understands not checking that last chest.
Oh, for sure. I mean, it's definitely a... It's definitely a choice, you know, you save a couple of seconds by not affectionately what's called fluffing that last check. And we're gonna see Nugz starting to go through the gauntlet here. They use their medallion in one of the rooms. I remember when I first started playing, I didn't even bother. When I had medallions, I just used them instead of taking damage or wasting time. So this is now going to come down to execution, as Furious Prince is only a couple of rooms behind. That was an efficient room clear, and now they're off to go fight Landmo 2. Furious Prince is going to catch one of those fairies to have some death insurance. As we see, Nugz going to use some silver arrows on the Landmos. Gets one, gets two, gets three. There we go. And another difference we're going to see is when we get to Ganon, Nugz will be able to kill Ganon a little bit faster on the first two phases because of having that butter sword, so... we shall see how this goes.
Yeah, but having the butter sword is nice, that's for sure. I know it's not that significant of a damaging difference, but with how finicky the Ganon fight can be, that it could be the difference.
Ooh, there's a handy mana refill for Furious Prince, as they burned it all.
Ooh, Nugz, be careful there.
Yeah, so you have to be precise with your movements in this little puzzle room. They're gonna get their fire rod out and finish the puzzle, and hopefully get through the room in time, and they do, okay. And they have plenty of mana for this next part, so they can wait a bit for the refill.
Nugz deciding not to check those two chests in there.
Nope, we're done. He has a butter sword. He has silvers. There is nothing for him to grab. I mean, he should probably have grabbed that mana pot, but okay. Well, he's got potions, so it's all good.
Now, and if done right, you don't need to use a lot of magic on the game.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a lot of people take that mana pot in that prior room is.
Oh yeah.
And he does fluff the last check. Classic. And there's a whole heart container for a reward there. That's kind of sweet. As we're gonna see Furious Prince working their way up towards the fire room, so there's probably like about a minute and a half apart at this point. As we see Nugz on Aga 2. Well, he got at least one hit there.
Yeah, I don't think it was far enough apart for it to count for the second one.
Now, he does have to be a little bit careful here because of the whole health situation. Maybe he should have used his blue, but he can use a cape as well. This is a friendly setup. 1, 2. He gets 2 there. You just don't want to die. Oh, okay, perfect. And I was going to say, you just don't want to die at Aga 2. As we're going to see Nugz start the Ganon fight, it will be at the same time that Furious Prince will probably be at Troll Dorm 2. Alright, it's pig time. As Troll Dorm 2 goes down for Furious Prince, we're going to see Nugz get through Phase 1 very quickly, and they're in Phase 2, using their cape to just bonk them like crazy.
Using the wall trick too. Ooh, he needs to be careful.
Yep, one Ganon hug will do him in, and I think he realizes that and is potioning up. And they're on Phase 3 as Furious Prince gets into Aga 2. Phase 4 for Nugz, and oh boy, they nearly took a fall. Oh dear. So now they're gonna have to light both torches for these 4 silver shots. That's 1. No, not 2. Two shots in for Nugz. 3. They couldn't get 4. Now they're going to be trying to get that last slash in. They do. And 4. So now, get your GGs in. He is just 1 bridge cross away from taking the win for Nugz here. As Furious Prince finishes Aga 2. We will have Nugz with a 2-12 on the dot, taking the win. Get your GGs in chat for Nugz taking their first win, making them 1-5, while Prince falls to 0-5 on the tournament in Swiss. What a race, is all I can say.
Yeah,
There
definitely
was
fun to call.
My goodness, that was a heck of a race.
And you know, good on Furious Prince at least wanting to finish the fight.
Well, when you're on Ganon, it's good practice. You want to be able to do that.
I think he has a fairy.
He does, yes.
Yep, that is his records. What Nugz goes to 1-4, and Furious Prince goes to 0-5.
Let me see if I can get them, if they're interested in... Oh, we have Nugz awaiting in the green. Let's drag him on in. And joining us now is Homemade Beer and Nugz. GG's to you two.
Hey, buddy, GG. Thank you.
Hello.
Congratulations. How does it feel getting your first win in the tournament?
I feel so dirty. I don't feel clean at all. That was a messed up seed.
That seed was pretty rough, I'm gonna be honest with you. There was a lot of terrible things you had to do. Both of you fell victim to skipping the second item in Hera.
Yeah.
For the maximum amount of pain.
Yeah, that was something else. That's for sure.
Yeah, that was a good cane.
What was even
GG's.
better was that fire rod. I mean, you were fortunate to have...
How about the ice rod? Anything that was rod-like or cane-like sucked.
Wait, where was the fire rod? I don't even remember anymore. GG's.
Yeah, that's a crazy fight. And you can get your GGs in for Furious Prince as they are finishing their fight.
Hey, right behind me. That was
Yep.
too close.
Yep, they were about 2.5 minutes. So, what a race! So I'm just trying to flash back through some of the terrible things that were in this seed.
Where was the fire rod?
How about my
it was in-
Eastern Palace?
Oh,
that was,
that's
that
right.
was
we
how
we
I
got
started.
the fire rod. Super. Oh, that Eastern Palace. That was funny. Oh boy.
Oh no.
And we are joined by FuriousPrince97 and Pix. GG's to you two on finishing a terrible, no good, awful seed.
Yeah, GG's Nugz and Beer.
Jeez, dude. GG's indeed.
GG's,
That's a
guys.
good one.
That was that seed had some that seed had some super fun things, and I think the main question I would want to ask both of you is, where was your first bow?
Eastern.
Eastern.
Yeah. Did you go to
Okay.
Eastern first?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
So did we.
We
We
didn't
went
do
after
Agena.
South. We went
We
after
didn't do
South.
Agena until later.
Oh
Yeah,
man.
I did it before South Shore. I had my first bow for Mini Moldarn Cave, but I couldn't finish Eastern because I kept dying. I died three times at Eastern with 3 hearts.
Did y'all go straight back into Hera?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
So yeah, we pretty much lost location that.
Yeah, we technically we didn't last location it because we just agreed we were not going to touch Ice Palace because of the time we had invested in pendants.
We did Ice Palace before Hammer, actually, which was fun. And then we're like,
Oh,
you know
that
what,
was-
we're not going back.
That was so much fun. Pix because I couldn't stream in Discord. Pix was like, watch it be Vanilla Hammer, and then right at that moment, I opened up the big chest. I was like, yup.
That was,
That
I mean, that was
was-
a good time, but it was messy.
That was very rough.
Yeah, and then you had Mirror in Pyramid Fairy. Like, what was
Oh
that?
god. Everything was bad. Like I said before you got in here, was anything that was cane-like or rod-like was terrible to begin with, and then we had a horrible mirror. Flute was hilarious.
Yeah.
So did you finish Thieves?
Yeah,
Yeah.
actually.
Everyone
yeah,
so
we-
I bailed after 3 items.
We
we
did.
we
but
did it
went
with
back for it.
Lightshine.
We also did I did the horrible decision of checking pedestal before doing Pendant Thieves Town, knowing
We did
that it
too.
was-
Oh. Yeah,
You
we
checked
checked it and then left. Wait, what did we do after Ped?
We went straight to what was?
Hera, right? I think.
I thought wasn't that our Dark World North side stuff? Didn't I do it? Oh no, I don't remember now.
I don't even remember now.
Yeah.
This is kind of seed that you just forget what you've done after because
That's
it's been
right.
over 2 hours.
Yeah, it was a Meyer. Okay, so that's right. So we got the we got the book actually kind of early, all things considered, and then when we were at a point where it was like, hey, look, all the pendants are probably in logic. So we checked pet. We just got the flute and the hammer. So we checked pet, and then we're like, all right, let's check Meyer shed. Like, cool, nothing's there. And we're like, all right, you know what? Let's go to Hera area because that area sucks. Like, with the equipment we had. We had the hook shot, we had the hammer, we had, like, all the things. Like, oh, let's go to Meyer area.
Most
Or
useless
Hera
progression piece
area.
in the entire seed, the hook shot. Like, holy crap.
Well, it got
Yeah.
us the mirror.
Well, I
It was
mean,
required to get the mirror, technically.
eventually. I just mean
Eventually,
immediately.
yeah.
Like, we go up to do
Yeah,
all
'cause we got
the
it super
mountain,
early.
nothing. Ugh.
Yeah,
And the suspicious shovel was also a disappointment.
Yes, oh god.
Yeah. So
It was
that
in
was
K45.
yeah. So basically, when we got the mirror, it was like, all right. I was like, you know what? This seed's so dumb. I was like, Nugz, this seed's so dumb. Just go check checkerboard immediately. And so immediately after the mirror, we got the fire rod. And we're like, all right, whatever. Let's just go beat Skull. I was like, let's go beat Skullwoods. And you know what? There's nothing in Skullwoods. Skullwoods sucks. Let's kill the boss and then go look for every single mirror check possible, and then YOLO TR, because at that point you can save the portal technically. It's just a pain to do, but we hadn't done, Back of Thieves, the second half of Ice Palace, Smith Chain, etc. So we just did every single mirror check at that point.
We got the mirror and then immediately went and did Swamp Palace, then to Bombos, then Checkerboard. And then there was a little bit of a miscommunication. I thought he said don't go do Skullwoods, which thankfully he explained was no, go do that and then do TR afterwards.
Yeah, it was if you're gonna do Skullwoods now, then we're going straight to TR after. And we're just gonna, it's in TR. And we were talking about portal saving on the way up there about like we haven't touched ice yet. We can portal save and do ice like pretty
smart,
conveniently. But we at this point because we still had ice available when we went back for Hera basement, but we were just kind of them up, like
because it's not a Redkin yet.
Yeah, because we were just like, look, ice has been available forever, and we have hard committed to not doing it.
Yeah. No, that's smart. That's actually really smart. That makes a lot of sense.
They did basically. If we break our mid game route into like 3 parts, you guys did it all in one go, and I straddled it by like doing Skullwoods into Graveyard Ledge, and then getting the hell out of there. So treating that as my north, and then splitting the south by doing K45, Bombos, then to Swamp, going the other way. That's what ended up getting me the shovel and everything like that. So like,
we didn't do north the first time. We went straight to Vu, and then we carried it to Hype Cave, and we used the flippers to carry it from Hype Cave over to Pod.
So you went straight to Pod, because we left after Hype Cave, and we didn't do Pod for a really long time.
We're like, the seed is stupid. We had a French vanilla bow. We probably have a French vanilla hammer.
Yeah, dude.
I think my bow and my silvers were almost back to back. Like that's how quickly I got them.
Yeah.
Oh, so you probably had boots like significantly
very early.
Needed. We
had
got
it very
boots
early.
basically right after activating the flute. We comboed like
I had
fluted
flute
over
late.
Medina, then fluted the Meyer area.
So it was basically. So after CAC, there was like nothing. I was like, you know what? Let's clown a bit. Let's go do Saha Eastern. It was like, oh, look, a bow. And then we didn't get through it. But then I was like, all right. When Nugz went towards Dam, I'm like, you know what? Just grab these pieces of heart. We're going to Agina, see what's there. And we got the boots right after.
It was a very dry seed. I think one of my biggest things was I completely forgot to check what was on Zora Ledge as well when I went to and did Fake Flipper. So I went back for it when I was doing my cleanups, and then I did King's Tube, then Zora Ledge, and then I went up to Hera.
What was your CR, by the way?
It just actually finished 166.
Well, it was 163. So we were very, very close the whole way through, probably just kind of like shifting back and forth with checks. Interesting.
Yeah. We did. So you guys went in and did part of ice. We did back at Thieves Town. Did you guys do Smith Chain?
Not at all.
No,
Yeah.
it doesn't exist.
some stuff like that.
Did anybody find Butter Sword?
Yes, it was next to
Rando.
GT.
It was in Rando room.
GT
Yeah, it was. You skipped the one chat, so you both skipped because you decided not to fluff an item inside the big key room in Rando room. But the order that you opened the chest determined if you had butter or not. That was very surprising.
no.
Wait, Furious, did you go counterclockwise through that room? Did you get a sword in that room, or did you miss it?
No, I missed the sword in that room. I got key
Oh
and
my
then
God.
mirrored
Who
out.
goes counterclockwise in that room?
Uh-oh.
Look, we're playing on Australian time. The toilets spin a different way down there. Look, we do it. We do it our own way.
It's only funny. The only reason I bring that up is I was calming a race a couple days ago where the person who did go counterclockwise did well, and the ones that didn't did not. Like it's hilarious how sometimes it's just the one chest is everything. Rule of thumb, I guess, is to check all 4 in random room every time. Never skip.
Yeah,
I mean, if we were
pretty
missing
much.
Silvers, we would have opened all 4, but it was just like, let's
Yeah.
go.
Yeah, same.
Nugz isn't done yet. Let's go.
Yeah, it's one of
that
those seeds you just continually start sweating more bullets as the time passes, and
Absolutely.
you're like, oh my gosh, please, like, oh my gosh, hold on just a little longer, you know? How is the other person not done? OMG, hurry up. Let's go, 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 go.
I didn't even look until Ganon, I think.
Yeah, we had the race room closed until Ganon.
That's actually exactly what I did too.
Yeah, I think I've learned that I just need to do that and just play and have fun.
Yeah,
It's a
you just
little
have
bit better
fun
that way.
and mess around, right? Like, cause we made some plays, like I think it was fun. Like from our side, I'm not sure. I have to watch this back. I'm super excited to watch this back, and huge shout outs to throwing this on Restream. Like you guys are awesome for doing it. Like we had some fun
Yeah.
messing around and trying some plays. Let's do Eastern. Let's do Ice.
Oh,
without a
yeah.
hammer. Like
Y'all,
it's
y'all
really fun
definitely
to watch.
put on. Yeah, y'all definitely put on a show. Definitely give our runners and mentors a follow, and our crew. Check out the Discord, the podcast. As for everyone here, is there any final thoughts that you want to get in before we head on out?
Well, I want to just say, as someone who's lost by almost an hour so far in this tournament, just during one race, a 2-minute, almost 3-minute loss isn't that bad, especially in a seed like that.
Yeah, no, that was a good race, man. I've been looking forward to racing you since we started talking like a week and a half ago or whatever. So I appreciate the competitive, close nature of the race, and I appreciate the restream from everybody. Thanks, Josh Bittner. Always fun. Thanks,
Yeah.
Narwhal for NiobiumNarwhal for doing the tracking, I guess, for that one. Bread for restreaming, and I think it was Nira Lightshine that was doing the other comms, right, with you.
Yes, they had to go though, so we wanted to get them on their way, and I guess we'll be on our way. And yeah, good job on the improvement. You can be following in the footsteps of Vextifer, who went from 5-hour clears to being in the main tournament in the space of a year. And you never know, just all in the practice that you put in. And GG's to Nugz with your first win. I know you've been working hard. Yeah. So with all that, on behalf of Nira Lightshine, NiobiumNarwhal, and Bread-kun on the crew, thanks for watching, everyone, and I hope you all have a great night.